Concacaf October preview and predictions. After what we saw in match day 1 and match day 2, predict the unpredictable because Panama and Costa Rica looked at shambles in those two games. Guatemala did not continue the form they had from the Gold Cup. Jamaica actually looked competent, actually played some decent football. Can Curaçao upset maybe Jamaica in this window? So many talking points. We're going to preview and predict every single game for this window. Are we going to get upsets? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think Jamaica will collect 6 points again? Do you think Honduras can inch closer and take in full control of Group C? So let's get straight into the predictions for the October window. Group A. Group A has taken a crazy twist. Panama and Guatemala, two teams that reached the knockout stage of the Gold Cup, are currently bottom two in this group, while Suriname, after a ridiculous victory they had away in El Salvador, are on top of the group. And El Salvador, after their crazy and horrific win, I think the football was terrible from both teams between El Salvador and Guatemala. They are now in second place with 3 points. So now we get to the preview and prediction. Suriname, Guatemala. This is going to be intriguing. I don't know how Suriname want to approach this game because they didn't look so formidable going forward. You see that one instance where they actually played some football. The second goal they scored against El Salvador. That's like the potential of this Suriname team. Now they're going up against Guatemala, and Guatemala have no choice. They're having 2 away games this window, and then their final 2 games will be at home. They at least got to get a victory here, I think, Guatemala, if they want to have a chance of directly qualifying to the World Cup. And I would say overall that you could see their chaotic play they kind of had at the Gold Cup, being a very defensive, resolute sort of team. It kind of died off, and you didn't see the same Oscar Santis. Olga Escobar, I think he needs to have a better window this time around. But yeah, Guatemala, I didn't like the performance they had, especially at home to El Salvador. I think they played really terrible football in that matchup. They didn't offer anything. I think going away to Panama and getting a point, I think is a ridiculous result. So now they're going away to Suriname. How will Guatemala set up in this matchup? Are they going to be super defensive again like they were away in Panama? Will they kind of take the game to Suriname? Because Suriname are a good defensive team. They just lack going forward. It's not about, quality within this Suriname team. It's more a tactical issue with Suriname. For me, it's going to be an intriguing game. Then El Salvador, Panama. This has to be nothing short of a win for Panama. They have to get their campaign going. And one venue you don't want to go to is away to El Salvador because it's going to be hostile. It's going to be such a bad game to watch, but Panama have to get a win in that matchup. If they don't, oh boy, alarm bells. Push the panic button immediately. Panama then hosting Suriname. I think that's going to be a really good game because Suriname kind of are a defensively resolute team, but they offer a lot going forward with the counterattacks. They really nullified the wingers for Panama. Panama's wingers against Suriname back in the first match day were terrible. Maybe Suriname can do that again. While for Panama, they have to win this game. They got to now win all their home games that they have remaining. El Salvador, Guatemala, again, it's going to be brutal to watch that game. So predictions-wise, I got Suriname beating Guatemala at home. I think that's going to be a tough game for Guatemala. Suriname, they can now use the momentum after beating El Salvador. Now you have to use the momentum. You finally got that big victory away in Concacaf. Yes, El Salvador are not a top team in Concacaf, but still going away and getting the victory after all of the racism some of the players got in that game, and they really bounced back and got the victory. I think it was a really good performance from Suriname. Defensively, yes, they had some moments of lapses in the matchup where El Salvador looked like they could have gotten another goal, but Suriname bounced back. I think they get a victory here over Guatemala. I think Panama, yes, they're under pressure. Yes, they don't look like they're going to score any goals except for Coco Carrasquilla, who we all know is a baller. But I think this time around, Panama will bounce back and they will get the victory in El Salvador. And yeah, I think El Salvador, Guatemala is going to be 0-0. I just don't see any quality in that game. It's going to be, maybe it could be that surprise game for me where it finishes 2-2, 3-3, both teams knowing they got to win the game. Maybe it could be that, but I really just don't see it. After what I saw in the first match day between the two teams, it's going to be, if somebody gets a set-piece goal or a penalty, that might be the only goal in the game. I don't think we're going to see much in open play-wise. And yes, I do think the Panama-El-Suriname game is going to be a high-scoring affair. Panama, they just need to be clinical. Diaz, Fajardo, or Waterman, they got to step up for this Panama team. It cannot just be Coco Carrasquilla. Suriname, they got some goal scorers within their side. Going away to Panama, if you get a point, I think that is a miraculous result for Suriname, and their hopes of qualifying for the World Cup will go high if they get a point. But I think Panama will get the victory and win 3-2. Group B, after Jamaica got 2 victories on the first 2 match days, they are top. Curaçao with 4 points. And then Trinidad and Bermuda are at the bottom. Now, Bermuda are hosting Trinidad. Bermuda did really well away to Curaçao, and we know Curaçao are a quality team. For Bermuda to score 2 goals and actually be competitive in the game, even though Curaçao missed a lot of golden chances in the matchup, I think you got to be proud if you're Bermudian. Now for Trinidad, I'm actually quite positive about the team. I think they did well away to Jamaica. Yes, Jamaica eventually won the game, but Trinidad, they got the ball really well into the final third. The thing that was lacking for them was just somebody to score the goals. Was a little bit of moment of magic. That's what was missing with the Trinidad team. Yes, I think they played pretty well against Curaçao. Again, it's a similar story though. They didn't have anything in the final thirds. So they need a bit more creativity. And going away to Bermuda, I think that's a golden opportunity to get the goal scoring going. But the big game then is Curaçao hosting Jamaica. For Jamaica, they did what they had to do in the last window. Beat Trinidad, beat Bermuda. As long as you do that, if you're Jamaica, you will qualify to the World Cup and then get a point away to Curaçao. Now, they did have some positive performances in the last window, most notably from Bailey, one of the newcomers into the national team, only 20 years old, plays his football with Sheffield Wednesday. Really impressed by him. Now, Damari Gray will be back in the team. Obviously, you got players like Isaac Hayden, who did better in the midfield alongside Casey Palmer, who I will always rate in this national team. So, yes, there is the quality. There is still no Leon Bailey. Going away to Curaçao, what will Jamaica do? Will they sit back and defend? Will Stephen McLaren look at Dick Advocaat's team and think, okay, I cannot go toe-to-toe with this national team? Stephen McLaren just got to take the game to Curaçao because Curaçao are not the best defensively. They don't have a lot of goal scorers on this side. As long as Jamaica have the right mentality and Stephen McLaren comes with an attacking tactic, I think Jamaica will win this game. While for Curaçao, they now called up a new player, center back from PSV, Armando Obispo. So will he help kind of with the defensive center back wise? I don't think that's what they need. If they're going to call up all these players, they need to call up a striker. That's what they're missing. And now that Chong is out injured, which is a devastating loss for Curaçao because he was unbelievable against Bermuda, scoring the 2 goals and was so vital in the build-up play, to the creativity, to the goal scoring. Now that Chong is out, I'm a little bit worried for Curaçao against Jamaica that they don't have another reliable goal scorer. What are you going to call up? I mean, Bakuna brothers? Are they going to come up with a golazo in the game? Maybe, because they are quality guys, but they need other players to step up in this national team now that Chung is out injured. So yeah, that's going to be a very nervy game. I don't expecting a lot of goals in the matchup between Curaçao and Jamaica. Then Curaçao are hosting Trinidad. It has to be a win for Curaçao. It might be ugly. They just got to get the victory and continue the momentum. And Jamaica are hosting Bermuda. Yeah, it should be an easy victory there for Jamaica. So prediction-wise for this group, I got Trinidad picking up a away victory and Bermuda winning 2-1. I think the Jamaica-Curaçao game, it's not going to be pretty. I feel like it's going to be a cagey affair. Steve McLaren's going to come with a bit more defensive tactics. Curaçao don't have a lot of goal scorers. They might get the 1 goal. I feel like that game is going to finish 1-1. I think Curaçao then will bounce back and beat Trinidad 2-1 to keep their hopes of alive of directly qualifying to the World Cup. And yeah, I think Jamaica will easily beat Bermuda once again, winning 3-0. And if Jamaica pick up 4 points again, I think that's a pretty positive window with only 2 match days to go. Then the final group, Group C, Honduras at the top with 4 points, Costa Rica after 2 draws with 2 points, Haiti with 2 draws with 2 points, and Nicaragua at the bottom with 1 point. Now, Haiti are going away to Nicaragua. Yes, I was really surprised by Haiti. I think they did unbelievably well going away to San Jose, Costa Rica, and almost picking up a victory would have been one of the greatest victories for Haiti this century. I mean, Duncan's in the zone, coming off the bench and getting those goals. I mean, what a goal they scored. The final one to take the lead. I gotta give high praise to Haiti being so terrible in the first half, looking like they didn't even belong on the same field with Costa Rica, then bouncing back. The Honduras game that they had in the first match day was terrible. Now, they did call up some new players. Hannes de Croy and Rubens Pasillos are involved into the team right now. How will that help them defensively? Because that's what they need, Haiti. They need to just call up some defenders. If you're going to do the same thing like a Curaçao and call up new guys over and over again, just fix the defense. As long as you have attacking players like Piora and Duncan's in the zone, you're in any game because those guys clearly are clinical strikers, and Haiti are so dangerous going forward. Now they're going away to Nicaragua. I mean, Nicaragua alongside Bermuda are the 2 worst teams in this round. I did kind of talk about that heading into this third round for Concacaf World Cup qualifiers, but Nicaragua are terrible. They don't have a lot going forward. They're just going to try and keep it 1-goal scoreline, just not concede a goal. They're mostly going to score from penalties to set pieces. And yeah, it's going to be a struggle for them. Then the big game is Honduras hosting Costa Rica. All of the pressure, and I mean all of the pressure, is on Costa Rica in this game. Piojo is under massive trouble here, and he called up Celso Borges. Guys, it is 2025, and Borges is still getting called up for the Costa Rican national team. I mean, come on. That's like using a Nokia flip phone in the year 2025. If somebody brings out a Nokia flip phone in 2025, you might as well laugh. And you might as well laugh at Costa Rica calling up Borges. I get it. Experience. This is what they need. You No, this is not the way, Piojo. I'm really afraid of what will happen now. Going away to Honduras, who now called up back Kevin Arriaga, who was injured in the last round, who obviously is the starting midfielder for Levante. They did call up some guys from like the German second division, third division. Now, if Honduras can just get some goal scoring on their side, whether it's from a Luis Palma, Antonio Lozano, or one of these guys, just somebody has to step up. Or Vega, who got the goal in the last game against Nicaragua. But defensively, they are solid. They got experience with Andy Nahar, or you got a Joseph Rosales. So I think Honduras are fine defensively. Now that they got Arriaga back in the midfield, they're going to be solid there. They just need the goal scoring. They can defensively keep Costa Rica quiet, even though Costa Rica have a lot of quality going forward. This is the polar opposite of 2014 for Costa Rica, who are defensively solid. Yes, they have Brian Ruiz and Joe Acambo, but now this team, it's like they got a Ferrari up front. Defensively, they need help. I mean, Jalen Mitchell is back, which is a great thing for Costa Rica, but how will he help this team? And it's down to Piojo Herrera. I mean, defensively, how bad can you be against Haiti? 3-3? Really? Come on, man. Come on. And you're getting a point away to Nicaragua? That's not Costa Rica. That's not the Costa Rica I knew growing up. But going away to Honduras, it's going to be tough. And I'll give you my predictions in a moment here. Then Honduras are hosting Haiti. Now, this game could be interesting for both parties. If Honduras win, they're getting closer and closer to the World Cup, people. They might be returning to the World Cup for the first time since 2014. Now, if Haiti can somehow get a point, and they still got 2 home games left, again, they're going to be neutral venues, but maybe then Haiti have a real point to prove. And after getting a point away to Costa Rica, that is such a morale booster. That's such a confidence booster of, okay, we can go to a hostile environment like a Costa Rica, like a Honduras, and still play our football. Maybe we'll have to outscore the opponents because defensively we're still not the strongest of teams. But I think Haiti, they can get a point away to Honduras. Now, it's going to be interesting to see then how Honduras will react. If they're going to go a goal down, who is going to be the guy who can step up on the Honduran team, whether it's going to be a Luis Palma or Anthony Lozano. Let's see. And then Costa Rica are hosting Nicaragua. I mean, it has to be a victory here. If they don't get a victory in this game, Piojo will get sacked immediately. Immediately. They will deport him straight back to Mexico. But prediction-wise, I'm going to go 1-1 between Honduras and Costa Rica. There might be a lot of hype around this game. Maybe people are questioning Costa Rica defensively. Maybe people are thinking, okay, Honduras can get a victory at home because we know Honduras are a quality side at home. I don't quite see it still. I'm going to go 1-1 in that game. I think Haiti will go away to Nicaragua. And yes, Nicaragua will somehow get a set piece goal or penalty, get the goal there. Haiti will kind of dominate the game. They just can't get that second goal, even though they're a really high-flying team. I'm going to go just getting a point in that matchup, even though I'm actually quite surprised and quite positive about this Haitian national team. Then they're going to go away to Honduras, and I think Honduras will get the victory. It's such a hostile environment that if Haiti gets somehow the victory away Honduras, incredible result. Incredible. And yeah, Costa Rica will win 3-0 the home game. It will be an exciting window here in Concacaf World Cup qualifiers. And let me know your predictions in the comments down below. And let me know which game are you most hyped for this window. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Remember to hit the like button and follow me on all the socials, Instagram, Twitter, and join the Discord because the Discord will be hot during the international break. But have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. Till next time. Adios.